break my phone yet again. All right. Thank you all for coming here today. We'd like to go ahead and get started and call the meeting to order, starting with roll call.
Senator Abdul. Senate Lead Benitez.
Kennesaw Senate Lead present.
Director Billings. Senator Bing.
Senator for College of Computer and Software Engineer present.
Vice President Bradford.
Vice President Bradford present.
President Brand.
President Brand, present.
Senator Coakley.
Senator for the College of Engineering and Engineering Technology present.
Senator Cooley.
Senator for the College of Community and Social Sciences present.
Senator Dixon. Senator Ganama. Director Hale. Treasurer Haar. Senator Hodge. Senator Ingrando.
Senator for Coles College of Business present.
Senator Jackson. Senator Jones. Director Lopez. Senator McGinnis. Senator Martin.
Senator of Wellstar College present.
Senator Maurer.
Senator for the College of Science and Mathematics present.
Senator Mobley. Senator Rhodes.
Senator for the College of Arts present.
Senator Robinson. Director Snow.
Director for Procedural Operations present.
Senator Taylor.
Senator for the College of Continuous Operator present.
Senator Trantham. Senator Vance. Senate Lead Veeder.
Marietta Senate Lead present.
Director Watkins.
Director of Communications present.
Senator Whitaker. Senator Whitmire. Senator Wright.
Senator of Coles College of Business present.
Thank you. With that, we're going to look for a motion to approve the 60-second meeting minutes. Is there a motion on the floor? Senator Cooley?
I move to approve this 60-second meeting minutes.
That is in order. Do we have a second? Seconded by Senator Maurer. All in favor? All opposed? Any abstentions? This does pass. We will now move into our guest speakers, starting with the Vice President of Enrollment, Ms. Brenda Stouffer. Thank you.
Okay, I'm back. I think I see a lot of familiar faces from, I think it was back in May. Oh, and I can't keep moving around, right? I'm good. I hate having my back to people, so that's what this is about. So, yeah, I'm Brenda Stouffer. I'm the Vice President for Enrollment Services, and that entails admissions, financial aid, the registrar, and career planning and development. So those are the groups that sort of report up to me. But I'm here tonight to talk about an initiative that's actually sort of outside, I would say, that lane of my work. And it's a spin-off of a similar initiative we launched back in the summer of 2018. We worked with the Chairs and Directors Assembly to basically identify frustration points for that group of employees. And we've worked now with 3 different working groups. There was a group of 4 people that were sort of I don't want to say elected, that's not the right word, but they volunteered for this activity. And we worked with them for anywhere from 3 to 4 months. And they'd come in and they'd brainstorm for the first probably 2-3 meetings on all the things that made their jobs frustrating. You know, and they just brain dump and they just laid it out there. And we took a lot of notes, and the objective of that was obviously for us in the administration to try to help relieve some of those pain points. And, you know, we knew there would be certain cases where candidly we couldn't make change. And that's because there's board of regent policies or state policies that sort of govern some of the things that we do that we know aren't always fun for everybody, but that's the rules and we have to follow them. But in instances where there were process things that were painful, we would then partner with the division or the department that could maybe make things better. So I wrote down I brought a couple examples because we've now, like I said, gone through 3 sessions, and some that maybe make you guys aware, or maybe that you've heard of, but our first CDA group did things like, they said, we need a better visitor lot on the Marietta campus. Well, there might need one here too. You guys can bring that up, okay? But at the time, I think there was some construction around the engineering building, and it was taking away all that visitor parking. And then between architecture and engineering, they bring a lot of community people in, and there was really big challenges with that. There was a lot of frustration with like HR. Of course, that's a staff thing, right? With the hiring process or the orientation process that people felt could be better. FERPA requests. I think a lot of the faculty were really frustrated with, you know, we don't know if this student has, you know, said it's okay to speak to their parents. So we're working on a process where the faculty will be able to log into Banner and actually see who you've given access to. So we think those are some good things. I was just trying to look through here quick to point out a few of the ones that maybe would make sense for you. A lot of them are more like financial and administrative. So really why I'm here tonight is because we've seen such success working with that group. We want to roll it out to the students. And we want to hear from you guys and try to address some of the frustrations that you guys hear about, you know, from your friends and peers and things like that. So what we're looking for is 4 to 6 volunteers. And I want you to think about this because it is going to be a long cycle because you'll be working with us through April. So it's a long cycle because it's going to take time. I mean, we can't fix some of these things like in one meeting. You know, we got to get together with people and really talk about what are the pain points. We'll do our best to work around class schedules, obviously, and other commitments. I mean, if we got to meet with you guys at 6, 7 o'clock at night, we're going to do that because this is important to us and all the administration. So, any questions about what this is?
Senator Coakley, so on the topic of the CDA's top 10 concerns, I think that's what you're referring to. I was trying to keeping track of that as it was going along on the strategic initiatives thing, right?
Okay.
And I did reach out to Dr. Lee White with parking and transportation on the whole visitor lot around the architecture building. Was there any update on that on you guys' side? Because she didn't get back to me.
I thought there was. I know they had to go through, there's some notes on here. Hopefully I can read them, they're very small. So they had to go through, so here are the few notes I have. Design was sent or was returned by the city and state. So the good thing is you guys will learn a lot about all the processes. Like for us to get things done, I think sometimes you don't realize like there's just a lot of hoops for us to, so they had to get those, you know, that approved by both the city of Marietta and the state. They had to do an RFQ because of the cost. So that's a request for qualification or quote. Which one is it? I can't remember. They received 4 qualified bidders. They had to do an environmental review. Anytime you put pavement down anywhere, they got to make sure that the water flow and all that still can handle any like big storms or anything like that. Let's see, final approval from the city, received sealed bids from 4 qualified bidders. And so it says they're meeting with the contractor to try to reduce cost. And then the final estimate has to go down to the Board of Regents for approval. So things can take a long time, but they're working through it.
Thank you.
Any other questions about the initiative? Are you excited? Oh, yeah. I'm excited because I worked on this one with the CDA over this past year, and I really feel, you know, we're still working on a lot of it, but I think it's helpful to understand some of the process and not always just get frustrated that things aren't happening as fast as everybody would like them. We want them to happen faster too, believe me. But, you know, so I hope that we can get a good 4 to 6 volunteers to really help us and help make things better for all the students. So I don't know how you go about, oh. Do you want mine? Here. Okay. That's all right.
Senator for Non-Traditional Students, Senator McGinnis. How do you go about volunteering, and are you just looking within SGA, or are you looking within the entire student body?
I think for now we thought we'd ask just SGA, but we're open to however you guys want to instruct us. This was an easy body, very diverse and, you know, representative of so many different areas and groups on campus, so we thought this was a good start. And I don't know how you go about getting volunteers, but I'll leave that up to you all. And then you can just send them my way, okay?
Thank you very much. And I will be reaching out to all of y'all if you're interested in volunteering. I know I am. So thank you very much. And now we'll go ahead and move into officer reports, starting with Director Watkins.
Hi, everybody. Hope y'all's week's going well so far. I have a really short report this week. Mainly, come to the event tomorrow, please. Yeah, like bring all your friends and come and have fun and be interactive, please. Other than that, communication I've sent out the information regarding name tags, so it's just a matter of making sure those get ordered, and then once they arrive, I'll hand them out to you and to report. Oh, homecoming. Homecoming's coming up, guys. I don't know who the artist is, please don't ask. We are doing a banner and we're doing the boat regatta. So you must participate in one of those 2 things. Bailey's advocating for the boat regatta. I'll drop a link in the group me so that you can sign up and go Owls in the report.
Thank you, Director Watkins. Director Snell?
Good evening, everyone. I want to start with saying y'all look good. perfect. I don't have to give anybody half of the merit tonight. I also want to mention that, remember, you do have to speak once a month, giving your senator report. So if you haven't done one, you need to do one tonight. Then my final one is governance committee was supposed to be formed tonight. Due to unforeseen circumstances, we won't be able to do the vote tonight, but I do want to leave out with my recommendations. So for my senators, I have 3 recommendations for 3 open seats. Those are Senator Abdul, Senator Robinson, and Senator Whitaker, as well as 2 executive members. My executive members that I have are Director Hale and Senator Lee Benitez. Just for clarification, that is for 1 open seat. So within the time before the next meeting when we'll be able to vote, please do take that time and get to know the 2 executive candidates and try to see who you really want for that position. End of report.
Thank you, Director Snow. Director Lopez?
Hi guys, I hope you guys are all having a great week. Just to jump right into it, I did get to attend the SABAC meeting today as a member of SABAC, and it was a very long meeting, but very productive meeting. We got a lot done. And last week I got to attend Arnold Palmer's with the Dean, which is an event that I went to it with 2 of our senators for the College of Humanities and Social Sciences. And it was very productive. He had us around a table. We had Arnold Palmer's, we had snacks, but he really was focused on the grievances from the students in that college. So one of the things that was brought up to my attention was the fact that I didn't know about this, the global scholarship, pretty much if you want to study abroad, that scholarship is kind of not going to exist anymore after this year, to my understanding. And a lot of people were very upset about that. And a lot of people have come up to me from organizations and just students about somehow figuring out how to accommodate students like that, or how to get some sort of program. So we're working on that. I don't know exactly the ins and outs of that yet because it's very new, and we're still working on it. So I did meet with my committee. We are fleshing out a lot of really good ideas. I thought I'd like to share those with you, because there are things that we're going to be working on for a pretty long time. So one of the things that we want to work on is getting professors to update their grades more than twice a semester, getting them to update them. I would like it to be every other week because I think that it'd be beneficial. I think that we would actually see a GPA increase because students would know how they're doing all semester instead of it being a midterm thing and a final thing. Right now, a lot of professors I've had don't actually use D2L grades. They just kind of have a paper, like old school, and if you ask them, what's my grade? They're like, I need a calculator, come to my office hours. This would eliminate having to even go to office hours to talk to a professor about your grade. You can just log on from your computer and see what your grade is. So working on not only getting policy in place for professors to be held accountable, but also a lot of them don't know how to use D2L apparently, so getting them training. So that's something we're working on. Another thing that was brought up to me from one of my committee members that we're going to start working on is about disability services. Apparently, the enrollment here at KSU for disability services is very low in comparison to our population. And I think she said, she's actually enrolled, and she was saying that she thinks a big problem is that it's called disability services, and that has a very negative stigma to it. A lot of people they don't consider themselves disabled. They're like, I don't need all of that, and it's almost like a shame that comes up, on them. So we thought about somehow working with disability services to somehow get it called accommodation services, so that students don't feel so, ashamed going in there like they need a handout. It's no, you may need an accommodation. So we're working on that, and then so another thing. We all know what Owl Swap is, right? Where you can go and trade clothes, and so we thought it'd be a cool idea to do a book swap at the beginning of next semester, where pretty much instead of having to buy textbooks, we're gonna have a registration, and you could trade textbooks with people instead of having to buy them. So if I have a sociology book and you have some sort of some STEM book, and we want to trade them instead of having to go buy them, you save money. All you do is, you just trade the book. So that was something that I thought was really cool. So those are pretty much, those are just some of them. I'm not going to go through all of them. But we are very productive in our committee. We are doing a lot of really good work. And if you guys want to hop on that, just let me know. And last but not least, we will be having fuel for midterms. Not this week, but next week, I believe. That's when midterms are. I will be sending out more information about that by the end of the week. I'm still in the planning phases of it and getting everything solidified, but you will be let known about that. That is a mandatory event. It will be held on both Marietta and Kennesaw campuses, I believe, so I will get you more information on that. Stand by. Thank you.
Thank you, Director Lopez. Director Billings.
All right, good evening. Hello, pals. Short report. Oh, wait, first and foremost, it's fall. Woo. Anyway, first and foremost, Constitution Week is over. Thank you very much to everyone, regardless of external committee or not, who helped with that. One side mark, there is an extra pack of letterhead and envelopes next to the printer in the office. If for some reason you want them, let me know. Otherwise, I have the receipt for Staples. And side mark. External committee, check the group me. We're good for tonight. This is very tentative, but I wanted to go ahead and share this with you guys. I've been in contact with Chelsea Craig from Parent and Family Association, and on October 30th, City of Kennesaw is having a Halloween candy crawl event, and they've already reached out to KSU because they want student volunteers. I won't say I've already volunteered you guys, but I volunteered SGA. But like I said, it's tentative, October 30th, 4 to 6. We're still waiting on logistics, so don't panic, we're good. But aside from that, thank you very much. Have a good evening, end of report.
Thank you, Director Billings. And now, Senate Lead Veeder.
So first off is for your end of the, or not end of your reports, your reports at the end of the month, get those done. If you need help, because there's been some issues with those in Owl Life in general, please reach out to me or Vanessa. And if you need help with event requests next month, please reach out to eBoard. We are willing to help, need to help you with that. Try and keep it, each person should have their own request and everything. And it's fine if you guys go to each other's events. Just have your own event. So, and you guys know that because there's a little bit of a mix-up this month. End of report.
Thank you. Senate Lead Benitez.
Kennesaw Senate Lead. Just to reiterate what Bailey said, officer reports will be due on September 30th at 11:45 that night. The form is already open on Owl Life for you to go ahead and submit those. And shout out to all my Kennesaw senators. Everyone has completed their one-on-ones for this month, so you should be kind of aware of how to do that and like the format we're looking for. Just make sure you turn that in and make sure to talk about your campus engagement for the month, just because that's how Bailey and I will be checking. And if we can't clearly see where your campus engagement is, you will be getting a strike for not having that. Even if you did go, we just need to clearly see where that's at. And then also, like Bailey said, we as an e-board, if there are still like confusions on how to do event requests and everything, we're gonna try and find a way to do like a crash course on how to do it, because I'm not really sure where the confusion is. And then also, vacancy committee for my Kennesaw senators. Can y'all see me after the meeting just for a quick second? All right, end of report.
Thank you. In place of Treasurer Har, I'll go ahead and give a quick report that he sent to me. So, Treasurer Har, he would like to have a shout out to Senator Cooley and Senator Whitmire, as well as Director Lopez for a successful first SABAC meeting. So, congrats to you guys. The next submission deadline for any SABAC supplemental funding request is October 6th at noon for the November 6th, 2019 meeting. So 1 month before that meeting. And finally, thank you to the Centers of Science and Mathematics for having an event and using the SGA money request form and snacks. So please reach out if you have any other questions about SGA money request forms. End of report. And Secretary Tour.
Hi guys, I have a little short report. I just wanted to give an update on Scantrons. We're out in the Kennesaw office. We're gonna get more soon. We had to go through the bookstore and we had to get a form submitted, so they'll be soon, so don't worry. Campus engagements, if you haven't done one by now for this month, it's too late and you will get a strike. So if you didn't do that or you skipped out on it or waited a little too late, try to get a head start on that now for next month so you avoid that. Also, this is more meeting related, but when you are talking, if you're giving an announcement or anything, please make sure that you are holding the microphone not like super close to your mouth, but like close so that we can hear you. And also, please enunciate and speak up a little. Even if you have a microphone, if you're a soft speaker, you mumble a little bit, it's still kind of hard to hear you. Thank you.
Thank you. Vice President Bradford.
Vice President Bradford. Hey, how you guys doing? Slightly lengthy officer report. I'll try to make it quick. So I, first and foremost, had a meeting with Senator Mobley and the athletic director, but I'll let her touch more on that later. After that, I had a meeting with the KSU Athletic Association with President Witten, Dr. Casey, and also, again, the athletic director. We discussed, budget allocation and a new plan for the OWL fund and also promotion for all athletics to make sure that brand identity is more noticeable and that students are aware that we are a Division I institution. So that. I attended the MLK Planning Committee with the Associate Director of Cultural and Community Centers, Brandon Jackson. He wants more SGA involvement, so I will be bringing along Senator Whitaker and Senator Jones next time. The next meeting is October 3rd. What we were discussing is a huge SGA collaboration with the Poetry Night event that they have, and also we want to help bring out more students for the Community Service Project, so I believe that our lovely Senator of American Minorities and also our Senator of Fraternity and Sorority Life can help out with that by bringing in the numbers and also, fraternities, sororities, and also just people who are active on campus, and also all the senators can help bring out people in their specific constituencies. What else? Also, touching on the campus engagement confusion, I do know at the retreat, at least, I know we touched on campus engagements, but I know in my group specifically with Director Watkins, we did provide a couple opportunities to assist with certain campus engagements for September since it was coming up so soon. If there is a confusion, please reach out to the e-board, please reach out to us. We are here to help you, but something you do not need to do is reach out last minute. If you reach out last minute, that means you was confused back then and you are still confused now. You had plenty of time to reach out. And it's not a huge problem that you are confused, so please just reach out to us. We are here to help you and do so in a timely manner because we need a professional capacity. And the report.
Thank you. And now for my report. I also have a little bit of a lengthy one, so I do apologize. First of all, I'd like to mention that the search committee for the Vice President of Student Affairs is underway. I am not allowed to disclose much, but I am allowed to disclose that we are very hopeful to have the new VP of Student Affairs by the spring. So that's very exciting. In regards to what Director Lopez spoke about on the global learning fee for the study abroads and the scholarship provided, I am speaking with several faculty members and several students who are involved in the international organizations because they are incredibly passionate about it. And I am aware that the Faculty Senate is actually drafting a resolution at the moment in regards to this fee. So I'm going to be talking to them about what they're planning on doing about it because having just returned from a study abroad, I cannot tell you how useful having that scholarship is. And I believe when it was first implemented, I was told that over 80% of students voted to have the fee implemented in the first place. So it is very much needed for the high fees for study abroads because, let's be honest, studying abroad isn't exactly dirt cheap, and I know that better than anybody. So yeah, I'll be talking about that, and I'll bring in what I learned back to you guys. And I'll be working in close collaboration with Director Lopez about that. And finally, we had a meeting with President Witten this month, as every month, and I had several points that I'd like to bring back to you that might be of interest. First of all, for Marietta Senators, Howell Hall is being renovated very soon. They have set money aside for that. So those renovations are going to be underway soon, hopefully. I was not allowed to know a location, but they are also looking for new housing on the Kennesaw campus. but they are going to renovate the existing housing first before they build another housing unit. For y'all who hang out on the Kennesaw Student Center, you know Burrito Bowl, mourning loss, but it is confirmed that they are hoping to get a Moe's put there. If you had any question on that, that's very exciting for me. They are also planning on bringing late night dining to the Marietta campus very soon. I know that's been in the works for a while, but it was confirmed that it is actively in the works at the moment. And we talked to them about late night dining on the Kennesaw campus as well, and that's something that they're going to be looking into in the future. Something that they did say, though, is that due to making school more affordable and not forcing students to pay for meal plans, the budget isn't as large as it used to be for that kind of thing. So if it were to be late night dining, it would have to be self-sustaining. So if they do open it up, please go and support them so we can keep it open. We're working in collaboration with the Greek Life about they were interested in possibly getting plots and some form of like recognition of Greek life on campus. So we spoke to President Whitten about that, and we relayed that back to Greek Life. So look for large Greek life representation on campus soon, hopefully. And y'all who know the newsstand up in UV, I don't know if y'all are. Do any of y'all live in UV right now? No, you used to? Okay. Well, once the contract is up with the newsstand, they're going to be putting something else there. Don't know how long that'll be, but they are aware that a lot of students think that it's a little pricey, so they're going to be looking into that soon. They are bringing a second official Starbucks to Kennesaw campus. So not a We Proudly Serve Starbucks, but like in this social sciences, they're going to be bringing a second Starbucks, and they are bringing a big official Starbucks to Marietta as well, so y'all can get your caffeine. End of report. And now I would like to go ahead and open up to open forum. If there are any senators who have anything that they'd like to bring up that is SGA related, please speak at this time, starting with Senator Martin.
Hi everyone, Senator Martin of Wellstar College. So, not even gonna lie to y'all, this first month was a little rough. Some of that was my own personal being, and we're not gonna talk about that. But I also did have a couple efforts that fell through, so I'm working to be more persistent with that as well. I'm meeting with my dean. I actually had a student who was a president of one of the RSOs in my college lie to my face and tell me that she wasn't the president of the organization because she did not want me to come and speak at her event. So we're gonna work on just creating a better presence with those organizations, and I'm gonna make that one of my goals. But moving forward, I have requests in, and they were actually approved today for an event that I'm working on with Senator Jones and also Senator Robinson. That event is also going to be in partnership with a couple other organizations on campus, including, and I'm gonna read them off so I don't pronounce anything incorrectly, the Sigma Alpha chapter of Sigma Gamma Rho Sorority Incorporated, the Omicron Iota chapter of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated, also the Zeta Sorority, Phi Mu, and Kappa Delta, they're still pending, and Ladies of Distinction. And the event that we're bringing is going to be a breast cancer awareness event. It will be informational, but also fun for students to come out and enjoy. It's a two-part event. There'll be tabling in the morning, and later that day, we'll actually host the informational event. October 7th is the date, 9:30 to 12 for tabling, and 6 to 8 for the actual event. End of report.
Thank you. Senator Vance?
Hi, Senator for Registered Student Organizations. So my report is going to be short. So I attended open house last Saturday, and I'm also waiting on the official RSO list, of all the RSOs and their e-boards or whatever, so I can go ahead and disseminate information through that. And I'm also working on 2 campus engagements for October and November. So one will be like a meet and greet with the RSOs, and the other will be like a marketing event on how RSOs can market their events. And end of report.
Thank you. Senator Whitaker.
Senator for American Minorities, excuse me. I talked to Brandon Jackson about the CARC and the remodeling. He felt really devastated. He didn't really know what was going on, especially with knowing if it's going to be expanded or what's going on with his office. And I talked to Brandon about the MLK event that Vice President, I'm sorry, I forgot your name. I'm just
Bradford.
playing. Bradford. I'm just playing. MLK event. He talked to me about the NAACP as well and how to get involved with that, and just adding the MLK event to them, just collaborating. I talked to Theodore Bullard, who is the NAACP advisor, about collaborating with the SGA, about outreaching with minorities and first generation students on getting comfortable with being on campus. A lot of students aren't comfortable and they really don't know any of the events that's going on, especially with RSOs. So I just want to get outreach with that, especially on Marietta, because I was just there the other day, and some students really didn't know what's going on in Kennesaw. I have luncheon with the Chief Diversity Officer tomorrow, and I have a meeting with next week, one-on-one. And I had a tabling event this past weekend for the open house with Senator Vance and Senator Rose.
Thank you. Senator Rhodes.
Senator Rose here, Senator of College of Arts. Actually, special thanks to Ron. I met with Ron once or twice, a few weeks ago. Real cool guy. But also helping out with the externals affair. Thank you, Mary Kate, for that. But as I'm a part of an unofficial organization aside from the school, but aside from that, we've also been working together with RSOs on campus to fund and get more campus involvement. As far as my upcoming event for October is going well. The Canvas idea is a go. I want to do that for freedom of expression, so people can express any comments or concerns through paint on the canvas. I think I told y'all that last time. But as far as my organization is going, we're getting more campus involvement out there with other opportunities and organizations. If you have an event that you want people to show up to, just let me know. Hit me privately, and I'll see to it that you get as much involvement as you need. That is all.
Thank you. Just as a reminder for Open Forum, it's strictly SGA related business. Announcements are for other RSOs. Senator Maurer.
Hello all. So, Senator for College of Science and Math. I met with my dean. We talked about our student advisory board, getting that set up. We did get that all good. We talked about some other things, mainly connectivity between enrollment services and the departments separately. Our college was very surprised over the summer when all of our math classes were filled halfway through orientation. So they had to scramble around to find new classes. So he wants to work on connectivity of getting that so that we know the influx of students coming in. We set up our first student advisory board meeting. That went well. We hung out, got to know each other, and talked about some things that we wanted to work on further in the semester. But yeah, that's it. End of report.
Thank you. Senator Wright.
Senator of Coles College of Business. I just wanted to reiterate Jess's report. I'd love to see you guys come out and support the the press safety event. Jess has been working very hard on this. Day, Tyreek, and myself will be on the panel talking about safety. So definitely come out, show out. It'd be awesome. Bring your friends. Coles College senators will be having a tabling event on September 30th. We're just getting some feedback from our constituents and just passing out treats.
Thank you. Senator Taylor?
How you guys doing? So the month of September, it's been a really good month for me, just learning my new role as a senator for the College of Computing and Software Engineering. And I'll tell you some of the SGA events and different things I've done this month. So I participated in Constitution Week. That was fun on the External Affairs Committee, talking to students about policies and law. So that was a great experience. Also, I attended a luncheon today with the Chief Diversity Officer, Dr. Carrie Butler. We had a great conversation. We talked about issues and concerns facing Marietta students and how we can increase student engagement on that campus. I really look forward to working with her in the future. I also reached out to my dean. Unfortunately, he's having some personal issues, so I won't be able to meet with him for a couple weeks. So hopefully I'll get to meet with him pretty soon here. And also, lastly, I'll be talking this upcoming week at a general body meeting for National Society of Black Engineers about being a senator and allowing students to come to me if they have any concerns or issues regarding the Marietta campus. And that's the end of my report.
Thank you. Senator Abdul?
Hey guys, Senator for the Coast College of Business. I emailed my dean and she didn't respond to me and that kind of hurt my feelings. But I did get in contact with her executive assistant, Julie. She's a cool person. And we're gonna work that out and figure out how to get in contact with her. On October 14th, my fellow senators and I will be attending a luncheon with the dean and AACSB to discuss views on codes. More information to come. End of report.
Thank you. Senator Mobley?
All right, Senator for Athletics here. So I had a few things. First, I attended the first SAC meeting. So SAC is Student Athletic Advisory Committee. And we basically just discussed the purpose and the goals for the committee this year, and then athletes brought up concerns and problems that they had. Later that week, with Vice President Bradford, I met with the athletic director, Milton Overton. We discussed potential events and ways of pairing with the athletic department. So theme nights and just different things we could do. Also, I addressed concerns that were brought up in the SAC meeting, and then other concerns athletes have brought to me, such as parking. So a lot of guys don't really understand, but parking at athletic facilities is pretty difficult for the athletes, so we're gonna figure out ways to fix those issues. And then lastly, home games this week. So on Friday we have volleyball, 7 p.m. versus North Florida. And then Saturday we have football, 6 p.m. versus Reinhardt. So come out to those, show support, go Owls, in a report.
Thank you. Senator McGinnis?
Senator for Non-Traditional Students. So today we had our first adult learning committee of the semester, or of the school year in general. It was very productive. We refreshed things. We met new members. We have better definitions of adult learners. I was told that it is now 24 and up, or 23 and under if you are filing independently on your financial aid. We talked about more prior learning assessment opportunities that are coming up. Starting in spring 2020, registration for fall 2020, they will show for registration when you are registering for courses. They will also show all prior learning assessment opportunities as the goal. So that means that prior learning assessment, for those that are new to this and don't know what it is, it's either taking an exam or a portfolio or some sort of performance in some instances and getting credit for either classes you have or life experience you have perhaps. Like international students can sometimes take exams in their foreign language, and they not in their foreign language, it's a foreign language test, in their native language, and they can get up to 12 credit hours, for example, for their language. So prior learning assessment is really useful in that, and you can all look it up. There's a lot of things that are already on the website if you look at that. if you Google PLA Kennesaw or Prior Learning Assessment Kennesaw State. But starting in registration for fall 2020, they will have those options listed there. The goal is to have that listed with registration when you look at the classes. So that was exciting to hear.
Thank you. Senator Jones?
Hey guys, Senator Jones, Senator for American Minorities. Not to toot my own horn, but it's been kind of a busy month for me. Last week I went to the CORED meeting, that's the Presidential Commission of Racial and Ethnic Diversity. It's the first meeting of the year, so we didn't really talk about much. We talked about how could we get more student engagement at the CORED meetings and things like that. They are from 2 to 4 p.m., so it's kind of inconvenient if you have classes, because I don't have a class. So most of our attendance on behalf of SGA will probably run through Eric or Senator Whitaker. I met with the Chief Diversity Officer a couple times this month. I have reached out to have a couple more meetings with her in the coming months. She's really nice. I really suggest everyone reach out to her if you can. I'm going to a luncheon with her tomorrow as well. We had the town hall last Friday. I was a little disappointed in the representation as far as SGA goes because we didn't really have as many people as I would have preferred to be there. So just keep that in mind for the upcoming events that your fellow senators and e-board members execute, because it would have been a really good look to have people there representing their constituents and everything. I have also been in communication with Shamika Wells from the Women's Resources Center. She's having a week-long festival for diversity in November. I believe it starts on November 15th. So I am discussing with her having myself and Senator Whitaker table on behalf of SGA as a Senator for American Minorities. I am also attending the MLK Week meeting with Vice President Bradford. And just to reiterate what President, and I forget your last name, or just to reiterate that we have the breast cancer awareness event coming up October 7th. Like she said, we're going to be incorporating a lot of other organizations, so it's going to be a really good event, and I highly suggest everyone come, as well as the press event tomorrow, the tabling that morning, and then also the panel event that I will be speaking on, so come listen to me talk. Also, I have another campus engagement happening in October. It's Do Rags and Bonnets. That is myself and Senator Whitaker. So be sure to come out to that. It's going to be on October 24th. If you got a do-rag or a bonnet, I don't know how limited that is to everyone in SGA. But if you have one, please wear it and come out. Also, in constant efforts with reaching out to minority students that don't fall under the same minority groups as myself. So I'm meeting with the Chief Diversity Officer, and that's a lot of my initiative, is just making sure that I can represent people who aren't just Black and women. And I'm in active efforts in conversation with people about having gender-neutral icons put on the physical maps across campus so that people can know where those spaces are without having to go online and look it up, because we don't actually have any paper representation of those spaces on campus. And that's the end of my report.
Thank you. Senator Jackson?
Senator for College of Humanities and Social Sciences. Hi. So I just wanted to let everyone know that Daniel, Andrew, and I have our first student advisory board meeting with our dean tomorrow. So we are going to have more information for you all after we do that. And that's all.
Thank you. Senator Cooley?
Hello, everyone. Senator Cooley. It's going to be long. I'm sorry. So just reiterating, Constitution Week was really awesome. I had a really great time teaching everyone about that really, really important document that we all should know about. Also, voter registration day was also really awesome. We actually got a lot of people registered to vote. I hope everyone here is registered to vote and exercising your right to vote. Moving on, so our wonderful interns right over here, look at them, they're amazing. We actually had our first intern meeting last Wednesday. It was very, very awesome. It was also really awesome. I want to say thank you to a lot of the exec board for coming. It made me really, really happy when you guys walked in. They are doing a lot of great work. They're already partnering up in their groups right now, brainstorming about how they can fix different things on campus. With that being said, we are also doing a retreat this weekend with student leadership, the EOL, just a retreat this weekend for them to learn further things, and we're also going to have a lot of great fun. Just going off of what Director Lopez said earlier, we did have a Arnold Palmer, I can never say that. Arnold Palmer with the dean. He's actually pretty amazing. If anyone's really interested in meeting Dean Long, he is very open to meeting with anyone. I know he's having another Arnold Palmer, kind of not really a luncheon, but drinking, I guess, throughout this entire month. And going off of what Sarah said, yes, we are meeting him tomorrow for a Dean Advisory Board meeting. So if anyone in the College of Humanities and Social Sciences, I know some people on the e-board, interns, anyone like that, if you have any questions or anything you would like us to bring up, just come contact Senator Jackson or Senator Whitmer or I. With that, I believe that's in a report.
Thank you. Senator Robinson.
Hello. Is it working? I'm good. Okay. Senator Robinson, Senator for Fraternity and Sorority Life. So in regards to the month of September, I reached out to Mallory to get a full list of all my constituents, which is 34 organizations, and then the council presidents is 4, so 37 people all in total. And with that, I emailed all of them a survey, well, a Google Doc form for them to fill out in regards to like what they want in campus, like if they wanted a bigger campus presence, more campus engagement, or like community service. So far, I believe only 15 people has responded, so I'm trying to figure out a better way to get in touch with my constituents and learning what they want and where they would like to move forward. But so far with those 15 people, I've been collaborating with them in terms of like what events they would like to do in the future and stuff like that. Campus engagement wise, like they mentioned, the breast cancer awareness event that we have October 7th, I would like to have all 4 councils come together and do like get to know you, because it's like 4 different worlds. Like we don't really know each other like as we should in terms of a Greek community, so I'm trying to have that for next month. I was talking with Senator Mobley in terms of next semester possibly having like an Olympic Games event with Beat the Greeks and having like a fundraiser type event in like Olympic Games, but fundraising money. Okay, and is that it? I think that's it. End of a report.
Thank you. Senator Trentham.
Hello, I'm the senator for the Bagwell College of Education. This past week I held a tabling event and passed out paper and pens and candy. I got a bunch of suggestions back from my constituents, and then I sent out a Google form through as many group me's as possible and tried to get a bunch of feedback on what I can work on. And so I think the next month I'm going to work on like a resume building workshop or like an interview skills thing, because that's what they wanted. So, end report.
Thank you. Senator Ford.
Center for Coles College of Business. This month I've been attending a few of the business functions hosted by our college. My favorite to me was the Masters of Accounting information meeting, which is always great to attend those kind of events because we get critiques and feedback from senior students that don't always stop by to our tabling events. So I just wanted to make sure they had our support, that kind of stuff.
Thank you. Oh, Senator Bing.
Senator of College of Computing and Software Engineering. I'm sorry, I used to working with the mic. So I'm just gonna talk about a couple things my constituents have brought to my attention that have been problems. For one, for the College of Computing and Software Engineering, everyone has to take, no matter what major you are, you have to take a entry-level programming class, which you have to take 2 of them. And so we have different types of classes you can take, but we have a Python class that doesn't have a Python 2, so people would take Python 1 and have to switch to another language, which was very confusing. Another one was lack of seats in the entry-level programming classes. If you don't take these programming classes, you won't be able to move on to your next. It's a lot of prerequisites you won't be able to move on to, so it's a big problem. Like Senator Taylor said, we were supposed to meet with the dean, but he has issues to where he can't meet with us for a couple weeks. But we're also going to reach out to the department heads because these might be problems they could fix. End of report.
Thank you. In regards to that, I would definitely reach out to Director Lopez in regards to curriculum. Senator Coakley? Coakley? Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry.
Senator Coakley, thank you. So kind of a short 2 weeks or whatever, I had that chance to have that lunch with the president, as I mentioned. Not really much to report from that because it was super formal and I couldn't have my notebook out, so I didn't take notes. But one really big thing is now we've eclipsed 38,000 students, so whatever. What else? I had the chance to meet with our dean again, and we're actually trying to get a student advisory board established in our college. So right now we're actually writing a whole constitution for that. I want to thank everybody that I reached out.
April.
Test? Okay, cool. Yeah. Cool. So I want to thank everybody that responded, that I reached out to, is regarding how their whole student advisory boards work, because we're going to take that into consideration when we're making our own little thing. What else? That Hero Scholarship thing that I was talking about a couple weeks ago, not as big an issue as I thought it would be. I did reach out to our financial aid office, and they said that only...
We do apologize. The room next door is hijacking our feed.
They said that it was either 13 or 18 students received the scholarship.
April.
The sound guy walked next door to talk to them about it.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so they said that only 13 or 18 students received the scholarship last year, so I'm not sure how much of an impact it had as far as student population. If you do some quick math, that's like 0.01% of the student body. It is what it is. I do want to remind you guys that resolution that I had that's still pending, governance board being established or whatever. Please vote yes for it. I didn't say that though. On a more sad note, there was a death in our college. One of our professors in the mechanical engineering department passed away in a tragic accident. I don't know what to say, man. It's sad stuff. Rest in peace.
Thank you. Is there anything else for open forum? Seeing nothing, we will go ahead and move on to announcements. Are there any announcements? Ron. Can someone run him a mic, please?
Thanks, guys. So dining has changed their food forums or food advisory committee, for those who are aware of those. And they're now called Ask a Chef. So if you ever wanted to ask a chef, you can now do that. So many things. Okay, so it's a more casual opportunity for students with concerns, questions, suggestions to sit down with folks from the dining team to chat. And those dates are, so Ask a Chef in Stingers on Thursday, September 26th from 5 to 6 p.m. Also in Stingers, November 7th from 1 to 2 p.m. And then Commons, Friday, October 4th from 1 to 2 p.m. and Friday, December 6th from 5 to 6 p.m. I'll send these to Emma so that she can distribute to all of you, but I wanted to at least get those on your radar that they do basically alternate months. So September is Stingers, October Commons, November Stingers, December Commons. But it is an opportunity for you all and any student really who wants to have their voices heard with how food service and dining and all those things. So if you have ideas about late night or operations or nutrition facts or any of those things, then you can do that. So I wanted to share that. I think that's all. Thank you.
Thank you. Do we have anything else for announcements? Senator Cooley?
Hi, everyone. So I've been working with the Department of Student Leadership and Services to plan these things we call Field Trip Fridays. They're actually really awesome. This previous Friday, we actually went to the state capitol where we had a guided tour and as well as a self-tour. The Georgia State Capitol is much more than just the Golden Dome. It's actually super pretty inside. And we got to learn about different offices within. An upcoming event that I'm trying to plan is for Field Trip Friday is maybe a potential trip to the Jimmy Carter Museum and Center, where you'll get to see historical documents from the Jimmy Carter's administration and as well as his time as president. They even have like a model Oval Office, which I'm really excited about because I really want to sit in the chair. I hope they let me. So if you are interested in maybe coming on board with that, definitely come see me. It's completely free. You'll get to come. It is first come, first serve, but you will be able to sign up for that and just come out with us and just take a trip over. As well as I've also been working with that office. I know I've already brought this up, but for voter registration, I am a SEAT fellow, which is the Campus Election Engagement Project. So if you have any questions about voter registration or if you're registered to vote, come see me after the meeting, and I can make sure you're registered to vote so you can exercise your right to vote. And that's about it.
Thank you. We're going to jump to the audience really quick.
Hello, senators and e-board. I've been lurking around the meetings since the beginning of the semester, so this is kind of an introduction / announcement. But I am the faculty senate liaison to student government. So I know some of the concerns that were brought up earlier by Director Lopez and President Brandt around issues that some are on faculty senate's radar, but also could be there. But I just wanted to let you all know that just like your meetings are, our meetings are open, and I do encourage you all, if you have the time and capacity to do so, to attend those meetings. I think there's some interesting possibilities that can happen when you're kind of aware of what the different governing bodies are talking about across campus. So certainly come to a faculty senate meeting, see what the conversations are going on there, but also know that as liaison, part of my role is to bring concerns and the conversations that you all are having here and making sure that they're on the radar for those who are serving in faculty senate. So I wanted to introduce myself. I'm Dr. Jenny Jones Boss. I work out at University College, but I'm the faculty senate liaison to student government.
When are the meetings?
They are on the facultysenate.kennesaw.edu website. I don't know them off the top of my head, but they're generally on Mondays. In this semester, they are on Kennesaw campus, and in the spring, they will be on the Marietta campus.
All right, thank you. Senator Whitmire?
Hi, everybody. I hope everyone's doing all right today. So as the unofficial liaison for the Department of Career Planning and Development, there's some events that I want you all to be aware of. So the STEM Fair, but on the Kennesaw campus this time, is coming up very soon. You've seen signs around them, or at least I hope you've seen signs around about them around the campus. We have the All Majors Job Fair coming up as well, so keep an eye out for that. If you're not a STEM major, and in fact, just business major, College of Humanities and Social Sciences major, just keep an eye out for it. JCPenney Suit Up event, if you're trying to look cute, coming to the next meeting, please come. It'll be on October 13th. You can get like 40 to 60% off on dress attire. And so SABAC was fun, SABAC was great, SABAC was productive. It was 3 hours, so it was either way. We, please submit if you're part of an RSO, is my loud? So please submit your funding request by the October deadline. Stephen mentioned that previously. And so we're having our first Dean's Advisory Board meeting tomorrow. I will be floating the idea of adding a potential major to our college, interior design. I've heard a lot of good feedback from employers, from my constituents, from non-constituents even. So if you know anyone or you are interested in adding this major to our college, please reach out to me. I'm compiling data on that. I have a TBA project with the Department of History. So if you're interested in collaborating with that, please reach out to me. And we have a tabling event next month, Meet Your Senators, for the College of Humanities and Social Sciences. So, and many other events as well to compensate for a potential lapse in my duties this month. End of report.
Thank you. Senator Maurer? We're going around the room, by the way.
Hello.
Okay, so we had a fantastic open house last Saturday. It was awesome. Tons of students came. If you would like to table at the next open house, which is October 12th, please get in contact with me. If you've already talked to Director Hale, then you're good. But with that, tabling starts at 8, so that means you need to set up before 8. And it also goes till 10, so that means you come from 8 to 10. Okay. One thing I forgot to say in my report, I do have an upcoming event in October. It's a movie night, sci-fi movie night, you know, Halloween, all that fun stuff. My movie idea was E.T., but if you have a better idea, I'd like to hear that. But I personally just really want to see E.T., so that's it. Okay.
Thank you, Senator Wright.
Hi again. Miracle at Kennesaw State is having a event called Swing for the Kids. It's basically like a baseball tournament, and a bunch of people just make teams and have a tournament with baseball. And they really want to see student government make a team. So to make it more efficient, I think I'll just drop in our group message with the details, so just like it if you want to be on the team. We need 8 people for a team, and it's $10 a person to join and do it. Interns, I would love to see you guys get involved too, so just come up to me afterwards. I can get your information. We can make a team and support the kids.
Thank you. Over here. Senator Mobley. Sorry, Martin. Thank you. Sorry.
Okay, I have 2 really quick ones, and they're unrelated. The first is if you want to go to the fair, like it's fall fair season, tomorrow is college night and it's $5, and on Friday admission is 7 canned goods. So the North Georgia State Fair, if you want to go, save some money. Second event, to reiterate what Director Watkins was saying earlier, homecoming is coming up and is coming up quickly. Campaigning starts on Monday, so be on the lookout for your 2019 homecoming court.
All right. Senator Whitaker.
A movie idea is Twitches, Hocus Pocus, Halloween Town, Halloween Town 2. Yeah, that's it.
All right. Thank you for those suggestions. Director Watkins. I'm sorry, I didn't see you.
Okay, guys, so my brain completely stopped functioning during my director's report, so I forgot 17 different things to tell you. Not really 17. But first, in addition to what Jayla said about SAC, we're also doing a toiletry drive. So if y'all ever travel, grab up the soaps and the lotions and all that good stuff from your hotel rooms, and you can give them to either myself or Jayla, so support track team so that we win the competition. Or Tariq, or Tariq. Also, continue donating to the donor drive, constantly, even if it's $1 a day. I appreciate everyone who gave. Y'all are still awesome. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to the Senate. Y'all are doing really amazing things. I'm so proud of y'all. Make sure to send me your events for all the things you have planned. A special shout out to Day, because do it. Also, shout out to Abigail and Ayara. Y'all's event yesterday, I was standing outside the entire time, but it just looked amazing. So yeah. And then lastly, shout out to Daniel, because Constitution Week was really Daniel Week, and that was, you got us all registered to vote, which I appreciate. Okay, more specifically in regard to homecoming, we have so much planned for y'all. First off, the t-shirt design is actually going to be cute this year. Also, make sure you get your tickets for the homecoming party that SGA is partnering with Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated with. Also, make sure you come out Monday. We're doing tailgate games and popsicles on the green. Tuesday, we're doing kind of yard games and cooking out. Make sure also that, so the theme for homecoming is the greatest hit, so that encompasses a lot. One thing that we're trying to push is song suggestions. So during those things, you can come up and say, hey, I want to hear Hannah Montana, or High School Musical. That's me. I'm gonna say High School Musical, but it's a hit to me. Friday is a luau, so the Commons dining services went all out for the food that's all luau themed. So that'll be awesome. Make sure you guys aren't reading your reports off of phones. Come prepared and write them down on a paper or type them up in advance. And yeah.
Thank you. St. Lee Benitez.
I don't know if any of y'all know, but I did work for the orientation office for the past 2 years, and applications for an ignition leader, which is basically an orientation leader, or a flight crew leader, which is an extended orientation leader, are now open, and they are live until October 31st at noon. It was a really great experience I had. I mean, I stuck with the program for 2 years. It looks really good on a resume. Yeah, that's my 2 cents. God bless and go Owls.
Thank you. Senator Jones.
Hey, I just wanted to say, because I didn't say after the end of my report, if you have any questions about anything that I said, please feel free to come up to talk to me afterwards. That goes for the people in the audience as well. And I just wanted to reiterate that homecoming week is coming up, so if your outfits aren't cute, don't come next to me because I'm taking pictures all week. Thank you.
Okay. Senator Robinson.
Hello. So, if you guys like to dance, or if you don't know how to dance at all, if you want to learn, get ready for homecoming. Try and twerk a little something. So, we're partnering with the hip-hop dance team on October 3rd. We're having a master dance class at 6:30 at the KSU Dance Center. So, come out.
Thank you. Senator Cooley.
Thank you so much. I bet a lot of you thought I forgot about this, but I'm going to speak about Model United Nations again. If you guys are looking to if you guys are really looking for a lot more information in how global diplomacy works and anything like that, and you also want some volunteer hours, the High School Model United Nations team is also looking for some more people to help us out with running the conference that is going to be in March. In the spring, we're going to be facilitating a conference for over 500 high schoolers, so you get to see them walking around in business suits around campus. It's really awesome because they get a really great experience. You also get a really great experience dicing and like really running a committee and learning more about international policies and things of that nature. So if you are interested in volunteering and helping me out, just come see me after the meeting. Thank you.
Senator Whitmire.
Hello again. So just building off of what Daniel was saying, yes, you can get service hours. That's very, please come out to that. And you can also get credit for a class. It'll be a 4,000 level class, I believe. Yes, you can get credit for partaking in this event with us. So please, if you are interested, reach out to me or Daniel. Thank you.
Thank you. Vice President Bradford.
Hey everybody, how you doing? Just to echo Senator Wright with KSU Miracle, I know myself and Director Watkins participated in Swinging for the Kids last year. It was a very fun event. Granted, those IFC and other IFC fraternities and the other sororities, they are really good at whatever the game. It was softball. They're really good at softball for some reason. I think they practice. So that. Also, for our KSU Miracle Donor Drive, no, it is not mandatory, but please support the kids. We only ask for $1 a week from everybody. If you save a quarter a day for 4 days in the week, you have $1. You know what I mean? It's $1. And all we ask is you donate $1 a week just for the kids. $1. One. In the report. Well, in their announcement.
Did you say $1? Director Billings.
All right, hello, Great Pumpkin here. On the topic of fundraising, next Friday is Relay for Life, 7 o'clock on the campus green if you would like to come out. There's going to be tabling, there's going to be the luminary, thank you, walk. So feel free to come on out, and if you're given $1, you can also give me $1 for our Relay for Life. End of announcement.
Thank you. Are there any other announcements? Senator Abdul.
So in case you forgot, the football game is Saturday, and KSU will be tailgating, free barbecue for the first 200 guests, and free games and fun, so come show up.
Thank you. Are there any other announcements? Senator Coakley.
Senator Coakley, I want to take another moment to plug once again the National Society of Black Engineers. If you're black, and an engineer. You don't have to be black, but if you are black and you want a job, join the National Society of Black Engineers.
Fair enough.
All right.
Senator Taylor.
To build off of what Vincent said, we have a general body meeting next week, Wednesday, Q building at 6 p.m.
Are there any other announcements? Seeing none, I have one quick announcement. Oh wait, Senator McGinnis? Okay, all right. I have one quick announcement of my own. For those of you who may have had questions about the incidents regarding the social and business chats, those are being addressed personally inside SGA, and I'd just like to let you know that we are aware and things are being handled. So, thank you. Is there anything else for announcements? Last call? All right, and with that, I would like to look for a motion for adjournment. Senator McGinnis. That is in order. Is there a second? Seconded by Senator Robinson. All in favor? All opposed? Any abstentions? This does pass. I'm gonna break my phone.